you know, pretty fat, about a medium trout, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to jerk it down about 10 jerks like that, and I'm not trying to catch a fish on the way down. This is only to get the bait down deep. So when you're jerking it, make sure you jerk the rod tip down to the water like that. Jerk it hard down, because that's going to get that bait diving deeper. Now, once you get that bait down deeper, it's coming down like this, you're jerking it down like this, and then all of a sudden it levels out at its deepest point. So say on the Mega Bass Division 110, the way I have it set up, I've got it down in 8 or 9 foot of water. Once that bait is at its deepest point, that's when I'm going to begin my retrieve. And the way that I like to do it is like, jerk it down there, boom, boom, boom. My bait's down at the deepest part. As soon as I think that bait is down at the deepest part, the next thing I do is I just start twitching the rod tip, just like this. Just like boom, 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 boom. Almost like I'm shaky head, just twitch, twitch, twitch. Twitch it about 4 or 5 times, go twitch, 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 and then pop it like that. So in other words, the bait's coming down like this, it's down to the deepest part, I'm twitching it like that, and then I'm popping it like that. And this, when that bait goes down like that and you're twitching it like this, it's getting the attention of the fish, and that fish is a lot of times it's looking at it, and then you pop it like that, and a lot of times even in that cold water, it will create a reaction strike. And you want to do this all the way that you can as far as that bait is in its deepest point until it starts to rise up like that. So say for example on a long cast, if I make a cast that's, you know, the 40-yard cast or something like that, I'm going to have this bait down at its maximum depth for probably about 20 to 30 foot, depending upon the length of the cast. So in essence, if I make a 50-yard cast, you know, with my jerkbait, I'm only going to have about a 20 foot to 25 foot section where that bait is in that high percentage strike zone. And all that time, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to go twitch, 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 jerk, twitch, twitch, jerk, like that. That's going to be my cold water retrieve if the water's in the 40s and 50s. Now, the retrieve you want to use if the water is extremely cold. Say, for example, the water has dropped below 40 degrees. You may even have some ice in the back of the coves. One of the things you want to do there that will help you out, cast that bait out there, get it down to the deepest point, and then once it's at its deepest point, you just want to slow crank the reel. Like I'm talking about, just go just like that, barely crank it, and you're trying to get this bait. All you want to do is to crank it fast enough where it'll just move forward. You're not even trying to get a wobble out of it. In fact, you don't want to wobble out of it. You just want just a